makes me crazy. I dream about our babies, gazing them days and contagious. You're my baby. We know each other like the back of our hands. Understand, there's no mistaking. I'm taking 'cause you're my drug.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Asia.
And it's your boy BJ.
Back in the building.
Back in effect.
Back like we never left.
As y'all can see by that thumbnail, we are getting into another jam by Pantera. This one's called Broken. Tonight, y'all, we are getting into Pantera. We're getting into Pantera Broken. I've been reading the comments. I've been going up and down the comments, and it was like, y'all, check out Broken. This is a real personal song with one of the actual band members. So we're definitely finna go ahead and tap into this one. Before we do, we want to welcome y'all to our channel. Y'all go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so y'all can see more of us.
Yeah, let's go on and get into this video, y'all.
Flex on them. Nothing but pressure on them.
Yeah.
Get to him. I feel like when he's saying I'm broken and he's speaking about broken, I feel like, you know, like people in general, a lot of people are just broken.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people can be broken like mentally, spiritually, physically. But I was reading through the comments when they were speaking about broken and people were like suggesting this song. They were like, go ahead and do Broken because it's more of a personal song for one of the band members that were actually going through something as far as like, I think either like back pain or like heroin addiction.
Damn.
And it's in the reference to their, you know, referencing to them being broken.
Yeah.
And in what ways they're being broken. You know what I mean?
I would only think that, you know,
I can see it in the song.
If that were the case though, if they were in that position, I feel like then there was some type of, you know, addiction to some circumstance where potentially, you know, maybe he felt like there wasn't an out to that, you know what I mean, because of the pain. I feel like, and that's the problem, like, you know, if I'm just gonna go into it, I just feel like that's a problem with a lot of addictions, like how it starts, you know what I mean? It's because of pain.
Yeah.
And people don't want to walk around in pain, you know what I mean? Just to call it for what it is. And I feel like once you start getting that dependency, you start, you know, then here comes the addiction. Then everything else falls behind that. And I just feel like it's just a domino effect. And a lot of people, like, obviously, you know, you don't want to be pulled into that situation, but I feel like sometimes it's almost like there's not an out to that. You know what I mean? Like, I know personally a friend that, you know, that just lost his life to the same situation because he was in a lot of pain. And I know that he was in a lot of pain, but I just felt like that was probably part of the problem. And then to say that, if you listen to the words, what he's actually talking about how your pain, like how your family is affected by that, how they're mourning you and not seeing your face, and, you know, potentially envisioning yourself to not be here because you are broken. You know what I mean? And I don't feel like, you know, I've said this before, I don't feel like anybody wants to be in that position. You know what I mean? I feel like
I just feel like they're just in it and they're just doing the best they know how to, as far as like just managing it. Yeah. And just trying to get through it day by day.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's difficult to manage sometimes. And I feel like, you know, and that's just to call it for what it is. And I'm not gonna fault anybody. I'm not even gonna point fingers at anybody. Yeah. You know, because everybody is responsible for themselves, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, there's a lot of people to blame other than the people who are in those situations. Yeah. That are in those situations. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But I definitely feel this song though. I definitely feel that they're speaking from a place of brokenness. Yeah. And basically they're just giving their own account of it.
Yeah.
You know
but I feel like what I'm saying, I guess, to say all of that, I feel like the broken part of it comes from like the whole concept of being put in a position like that, feeling the way that you feel, being in pain, not being able, being enabled, disabled, you know what I mean, to just carry on with life as usual, like if you will.
The mental and the physical stuff.
Yeah, and everything is being disabled, and it just makes you feel like you're just being like inhabitable, like you just are.
Makes your whole life somewhat feels broken.
Yeah, everything feels like it's in shambles because, you know, you can't work, you can't go to school, you can't drive, you can't. You know what I mean? Like, how many other things can't you do, especially when you're under that type of, you know.
Yeah, that type of duress, that type of not necessarily pressure, but just you having to medicate yourself. You're not in that same, you know, you're not in the same headspace as everybody else walking around you because you're dealing with something that nobody even really knows about. Yeah, or even they even know about it, they don't understand it, right? Because they're not walking in your shoes. Yeah, you know?
And a lot of it, you know, obviously, and a lot of people judge. Yeah. I feel like, you know, and that's probably part of the problem is that a lot of people don't even know that.
They want to judge, but, you know, until you've really lived in somebody else's shoes, you can't really speak on it. You know what I mean? Right. Now, if you spoke on it and you actually lived through it, then go ahead. You know what I mean? Go ahead, you know, shed light and try to help somebody the best way that you can. Yeah. But, yeah, I just don't understand anything past, you know, beyond that part.
Yeah, it's different.
Shit hit different. Hell of a time.
They like amped up looking at him. He like, okay, I'm gonna go sit down. I'm tired. Y'all can finish this by yourself.
Man, but the energy though.
Yeah.
The energy though. Energy behind the music.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm broken. Inherit my life. I like how that part of the song when it went into the chorus, you know, he says, I'm broken.
Yeah.
Inherit my life. You know, I'm broken. How about you inherit my life? How about you try living my life for a day?
Yeah.
You know, I'm broken.
Yeah. Tell me how you feel about it. Like without having to, you know, judge me, talk about me, say whatever you think about me, how you feel. Like here, you live it.
Put your feet in these shoes.
And you tell me how you feel about it. And then let's talk about.
Oh, see, I'm feeling that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can feel this. I feel like this is a perspective of many. You know what I mean? Like regardless of who you are, like what walk of life you came from, like rich, poor, bad, good, ugly, pretty, like everybody can relate to some, you know, sense or fashion to this. And saying that as in, hell, I think we've all walked a little bit of like some pain in our lives where we felt like, shit, you felt exactly that. You know what I mean? Broken. Like regardless of what the situation, it could be something small, it could have been something big, but I feel like at the end of the day, it's always something that, you know, from an outside perspective looking in, when somebody doesn't really understand everything that person is living, what they're breathing, what they're going through, like it's essentially that, you know what I mean? Like you have all of these eyes looking at you from the outside, but nobody knows what it's like to be on the inside.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So until you know that, until you live it, you breathe it, you see it, you feel it, don't judge me. Right. Don't talk about what I do and how I live.
And just him speaking about, you know, I'm broken, it almost like, you know, just the pain in his voice. Now how he's saying it almost feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders at the same time. And it almost feels like with him saying I'm broken and here in my life, it almost sounds like he's breaking under the pressure. And I almost no longer wants to deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're breaking under the pressure because the weight is on your shoulders. Pantera, they're gonna give you that energy every single time.
Yeah.
But this is a classic for sure.
Yeah, definitely that. Definitely that.
But this was a really, really good suggestion. I appreciate everybody for just dropping those comments and just letting us know and kind of advising us to dig more into this song, I'm Broken, and just understand, you know, the complexity behind it and some of the backstory behind it.
Yeah, and I don't think this is necessarily completely just relating to some type of addiction either. I think this is just in general of like living in a perspective of someone else's life from the inside looking out or the outside looking in, and that person just feeling a certain type of way of people who like judge them in general. You know what I mean? So whatever that is that causes that situation.
Right. And with us speaking to the brokenness, you know, it's really just speaking to, you know, a lot of different things that could be going on. Like I said, physically, mentally, spiritually. Yeah. You know, and at the end of the day, sometimes people succumb to that pressure. They succumb to it because the weight of the world is on their shoulders and they can't take it no more. Yeah. I'm broken.
Yeah. If y'all enjoyed this video, be sure you give us a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos from Asia and BJ.
Absolutely.
And if ain't nobody told you, I love you. And we're gonna see y'all in the next video, y'all.
Absolutely, y'all. Yeah. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Bye.
In your body, boy, I'm addicted. Insisting commitment, predicted your intentions.